I'm Lisa Berry, and today on Zen Focus, we're going to find out who's been hoarding your energy. Have you ever wondered where the days went where you had so much energy to do anything, to think about anything and everything, and then some? And you think, gosh, that's a long time ago, I can't even imagine being like that again. But you can. I'm going to tell you, I want to share with you two personal stories about very significant events that happened in my life. One so unplanned, and the other super, super planned. So the first event that was so unplanned was I was invited to go to an island. Now, I'm not into hot. I actually hate being hot. It's sweaty and humid and ugh, and all those things. But you know what? I thought I'm going to be adventurous because that was when I had lots of energy. So off I go to this island. It was off of Belize, and it was, as I suspected, hot and humid, and I was really uncomfortable as soon as I landed, and I thought I'm going to turn around and get right back on that plane and go home. But I didn't, and I got 10 days ahead of me. So I hung in there, and I made sure nobody was close to me so I wasn't irritated. But then as each day went on, I was doing something different. Like, this was not my regular life. There was a lot more just walking places and really not doing much of anything, no schedule, no appointments. You ate when you did want to. I do eat when I want to eat, but you eat just casually, and everything was so slow. And people wore their bare feet everywhere, which made me very happy. And it was just so low-keyed. And my friend and I went to this place where they were making planks of wood and everything, and they had dogs running around, and just everybody was so laid back. And they said, oh yeah, just wait for us here for a minute. And it wasn't a minute, it was 20 minutes, and it was half an hour. And I stood there and I realized, I haven't been impatient. I'm not even upset, I'm not rushing. What's going on here? And I was like, something's not in my stomach. What's not in my stomach? There's so much room in my stomach. I realized that this ball of stress that I hadn't even realized ever existed was dissipated. It just wasn't there. So I have these seashells, and I keep them around me all the time to remind me that sometimes you don't even know how much room deadlines and appointments and stress and rushing around take in your body until you finally feel the space that is created when it's gone, and when you can just relax and find out what really in your body wants to be at this slow pace, and see, even now I can hear that I'm slowing down saying this. Now, it's not always about where you're draining, like where you're focused about in a negative way. Sometimes there's a very positive clearing of space and energy. So here's another story. All my life, I wanted to go to Paris. Not just to see the Eiffel Tower, of course, but I wanted to go to Paris. I was in French immersion, I spoke French, and I just love the culture. And I mean, who doesn't want to have a glass of wine and a baguette and a hunk of cheese and hear the church bells? Because that was my dream. And so all my life I said, before I'm 30, I have to get to Paris. I have to get to Paris. I had researched all the streets in Paris. I knew I knew streets, I knew buildings, and I knew cultures. I knew where the restaurants were. I had planned it all my life. And so I went to Paris. And then when I came home, without even realizing it, I looked around in my home with all the Eiffel Tower paintings and French, and the umbrellas in the rain, on la Rue de Trésor, and all these things are, Rue de Trésor is in Quebec. I just switched on you on that one, the Champs-Élysées. And so when I came back, I realized that I had filled my life with this energy of thinking about this dream, this goal that I had, and I'd accomplished it. And guess what? I had space in my mind now. I had space from accomplishing a goal, from achieving something, and now I had all this space and more energy to think of new goals and new dreams. So I just want you to take with you this. Whether you are filling up your mind or your body or something with stress, or deadlines and goals, or happy goals and accomplishments, find out where your energy is going if you're looking to put it elsewhere. Because it's somewhere, and you could have the best time of your life just trying to find where that energy is going and redirect it so that you're at peace and you're happy with it. Thank you so much for joining us.